Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Life Enrichment Center. We are the only nonprofit in Hillsborough County that serves active seniors, all these wonderful people right here. We are one of the few across the country specifically addressing the social, recreational, and educational needs of active older adults. And as you know, our cultural arts program has received national recognition for what we do. We've served as an innovative model for a successful community-based organization, and we've been serving the Forest Hills neighborhood for 35 years. It is our birthday this year, which is amazing. Our mission is to fulfill for our students to fulfill their lifelong creative potential through the ageless engagement of the arts. And the icon, the sculpture that we use, is basically the best part of what we do. It represents the individuals that come here. And it celebrates and symbolizes the warmth and the playful spirit of the individual rooted in the past and stepping gracefully into the future. We continue to grow, evolve, and contribute through our community and through our creative pursuits. I would like to recognize everyone that has grabbed a shovel or a paintbrush or got on a ladder, or got down on the floor. It's impossible. We have had so much help, it is beyond comprehension. This place would not be where it is or what it looks like, and the transformation would not have happened without all of you. I would like to recognize our board, Jim Callagher, chairman of the board, TJ Couch, vice chair, the man with the plan, and an amazing, most amazing board member I've ever seen or heard of. Kathy McEnvoy, our esteemed Green Thumb secretary. John Chaplick, our treasurer. Robert Kohler, our student liaison. Bill Adler, our library exhibit manager and paintbrush wielder. Kristen Gilpin, the butterfly and plant mistress, who actually did this plan and arranged for this, and we are very grateful to her for everything that she's done. Will Murrah, Will Coleman, Mike Marcelli, Mike Miller, Reba Cook, and our honorary members Jan Platt and the happiest man alive, Mr. Haywood Turner. We have to recognize individuals from Hillsborough County, Shannon Rhodes and Carol Vick and Art Keeble have been amazing supporters of what we do. And now I have the great honor of introducing a couple other people. We've got Eric Seidel here today and Jim Norman, and we are very grateful for them and honored that they're here. And Lisa Monteleon from our own Tampa City Council and the Hillsborough County Commissioner Victor Christ will talk about the amazing gift and the art that was created by Dominique. So we're going to have Ms. Lisa come up.
Thank you, and welcome, everybody. Good morning. It's great to be here with all of you, and I can't wait to see what's behind that. It's like, okay. So between the ages of 55 and 85, the members of the Life Enrichment Center are experiencing the most creative and dynamic times of their lives. And it's all because of this facility behind me and such a treasure for 35 years. It has gone a long way in busting through those outdated stereotypes and to find older people as vibrant members of our community who have wisdom and talent to share with all of us. So if you look around, you'll see the painters, the writers, the sculptors, the dancers, and all of the artists right around you. They're an inspiring example of what is right in our community. I'm so proud to be representing Forest Hills and this area of Tampa and have this treasure in my own backyard. And as I was sitting there, I couldn't help but notice the artwork on the wall behind me. The gentleman painting the jeans of his own leg is just absolutely phenomenal. I don't know who did that, but it was genius. So you can see just by this artwork and the artwork that's inside and the many performances that are given, not just here but around town. I've had the pleasure of seeing some of the dancers at the Tico facility in downtown one evening, and if you can catch a performance, that would be fabulous. And it's that activity in the arts that's proven to be such a beneficial, life-giving force to so many of us, no matter what your age, from tiny toddlers to the oldest generation that we can serve. It's the physical and social engagement and the mental stimulation that keeps us living and keeps us contributing to society and gives us lessons that we can learn from all of you. So it's nice that we're on a busy intersection, because this piece of art and this facility is seen by so many people on a daily basis. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. Thank you so much for the work that you do. You've been a phenomenal driving force. And it's now my pleasure to welcome Commissioner Victor Christ, who with me also represents the area, and I couldn't think of a better partner to have between the city and the county in Commissioner Christ. So thank you very much, sir, for all that you do for us.
Thank you, Lisa. Ditto. I am very lucky to have you as my city councilwoman in New Tampa, and we work well together in helping to get things done. Also, Jim Norman, you were a partner for many, many years when you were on the county commission. You shared my passion and love for the arts. Even though I didn't know a whole lot about sports, you made sure I was there and reciprocated in the sports arena. Art, where are you? There you are. Art Keeble, Prince of the Arts in Hillsborough County. Most people don't realize Art's kind of quiet behind the scenes, but he's the guy that runs the Arts Council. I serve on the board. He makes sure that we all know what's happening in the community. And there's a lot of projects, a lot of good things that have happened that wouldn't have happened without Art's leadership. We also have some people here from the University Area Community Development Corporation. Sarah, who's the executive director. Gene Marshall, retired Chase Manhattan president, who serves as chairman of the board of that organization, which is also a leading agency in the field of arts education for the youth. You handle the other end of the perspective. I'm County Commissioner Victor Christ. This is not really my district. This is Les Miller's district up in here, but we kind of share responsibilities. And I wanted to be here today because this is important. You know, we talk about economic development, we talk about businesses and sidewalks, and we talk about creating jobs. What we don't hear a lot about is the arts. And when you look back over the centuries, the arts have been the foundation of culture. It has been the documentation of history. It has been the community inspiration. It has been the driving force in developing skills that children go on to be adults and to be engineers, to be designers, to be good parents. We don't really see the fruits of what the arts mean to a community. But today, by virtue of the gathering here, we can see that art is important to our community. And we're very grateful to an artist in our community who has given freely of his talent, time, and conviction. Dominic, where are you in the crowd? I've not met you. You're behind me, all the way on the end? Even though we've not met, I am familiar with your talent and your work and your love of community. And it all flows together. You can see it in your art, and you can see it in your passion to want to serve your community through your art. I learned a long time ago, before I stand in front of something and unveil it, to always peek behind the drape first. I did a Hispanic function once, and it was Mexican, and it was traditional, and you know, it was the first time I unveiled a statue with a full erection. But I failed to look under the drape. But anyway, in all sincerity, oh, we're all adults. We can talk about it. But in all sincerity, we sincerely thank you for what you've done here today. You know, TJ called me up and he said, the statue went up in the front of the building, and we're not quite sure if it's facing the right direction. We'd like to get your thoughts on it. And I looked at it, and immediately I saw the reason why you placed it the way that you did. You know, I saw the feng shui and the energy and the reflection of the east-west sun through your design reflecting in the art that was already on the building. And I told him, leave it alone. And so the beautiful garden has been built all around it, and the artist's full impression will be preserved. In closing, I just want to say thank you to all of you for your interest in the arts, your passion, and for those that have made this dream here a reality. It will help to advance our seniors, it will help to keep people busy, but most of all, it helps create, build, and sustain our identity as a creative culture. To this point, I understand that my position is not to introduce anybody else, but to call Maureen up here. TJ, I see you're running a camera today, so Maureen, I think this is the time of the unveiling. Dominic, the whole board?
We have 3 Bills and a Betty.
3 Bills and a Betty. Well, I don't have any names on a list, so I'm going to let you introduce everybody.
Oh, that's right, we gotta push the button.
If you recognize them, they're all on the wall, except for the tallest one, which is...
Okay, we ready?
To the man of the hour.
Step up to the plate. Let's have a countdown.
Oh.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning. My name is Dominique Martinez, and I don't even know where to start. They had a whole thing written out for me, and I'd rather just wing it if that's okay with you. Yes? Okay. Back in 2004, I pulled Jim over. That's how Jim and I met. He was driving a Jeep. I was in my truck, and he had Jeep Club on there, and I have a Jeep, so that's how we met. And many years later, we've always communicated and always gotten together here and there. And I had no idea to what his capacity was, what he was doing with the arts, until he approached us last year and asked us if we would be willing to do a piece. And without hesitancy, we all agreed at Rustic Steel Creations. And I just want to say thank you to Jim and Victor. I've never met you before, and your kind words that you put out on a video that TJ Couch put together, I mean, it literally made my hair stand on end on my arms when I first saw it. I was taken back. It was very humbling, and it was greatly, greatly appreciated. Putting together the sculpture it's not the idea that, somebody has to ask me. It's just the idea of we want to make art. We make art all the time as much as we can. It's just the idea of where we can put it throughout any community. Because the thing, just like Victor said, it's this, and a community cannot thrive without art. A lot of times when we make sculptures in my studio, I still have to pay my men regardless if the piece is sold or not. Sometimes it takes a year or two or several years or more years than that for a piece to sell. But the more that we put art out there, the more it creates an awareness, and this is the prime result of it. All I did was just add a little accent to what you guys have going on over here. It's incredible how this thing has grown over the years. And most of you, from what I've heard, is that you've never picked up a paintbrush, you've never picked up a sketch pad, and you came in here and I'm looking at I can't draw. I cannot draw at all. I see things in my head when they're done. Every single piece that I've imagined, you ask my AutoCAD person and my employees, just do this, like this. And they're looking at me, scratching their heads like, what? And when I drew out this stick figure, and it's like, all it is accenting what you already have. You have created this piece of art, not me. All I did was put it in a three-dimensional form for you to put out here and to attract more artists like yourselves. Because I always say that earth without art is right? Remove the ART in earth, and what do you have? So the more that you guys do art, the more that you create, the more that you paint, the more that you draw, the more that you inspire others, because it all started with one person. When I started Rustic Steel Creations back in 2002, August will be our 13th year. and it has been a struggle. Being an artist is not easy, especially when you're making a living, especially when you've turned it into a business. And we will continuously support the community with making as much art as we can, whether it's sold or not. This morning I got a phone call on my way to having my morning tea, and it was at 7 o'clock, and it was Richard Gonsmart, and he said, look, you made that bull, and I'd like to have one at Eulalie. Can we have lunch? I'm like, yes, another commission. You know, it's great, you know, it's great to make art even if it's not sold, but it's even better when the bills are paid. And you can talk to Nikki about that because she's the one that yells at me. So I just want to say thank you very much for accepting what we've done, letting us display it here. It's on loan for 3 months, and after that we repo it, okay? Just kidding. No, but I just want to say thank you very much. It's really an honor and a privilege. And, you know, Victor, Chris, thank you very much. It's anytime there's a place to put art, we will be there. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique. And I think I'm probably going to wing part of this as well. Hi, my name is Jim Callagher, and I serve as the chairman of the board here at the Life Enrichment Center. Dominique, there isn't a whole lot that I can say that hasn't already been said, but, you know, I need to thank you for putting us on the map with other prestigious places here around town. The Strauss Center, Eulalie, Emily Arena, the Oxford Exchange, Busch Gardens, who all exhibit your work proudly and well-deservingly. I would also like to thank the volunteers and the artists who, in the Florida summer that we're all standing in now, so I'll be brief, donated their time and their energy to not only make the grounds, but make the center beautiful. For those of you that are guests here today, please take a moment to say hello to everybody, because not as it was pointed out, not only are the two gentlemen that are depicted on the building here, but so are most of the artists that did the rest of that mural. So please take a moment to say hello to them. We're all very proud of their work. For the media, and we have staff and students available for interviews inside. Again, I want to thank everybody for sitting through this Florida sun, but I'd like to invite everybody to join us inside for some refreshments and, of course, good conversation and art. Thank you very much.